Okay, welcome to Python Unit 4. We're talking about functions, and I created a function up here called fun. We use the keyword def for define function. And this word here, you get to pick whatever you want. It should basically tell you something about this program, what it does, this function, what this function does. We use parentheses. You can always identify a function because it's followed by parentheses, along with a colon at the end. And here we create a function just to say hello, okay? And this is the function, and I could call this function as many times as I want. That's the purpose of a function. And a function should perform a single task, okay? And all it's due to you here is just to print hello. So if you notice here, I called fun. This is in the main program. Notice it's not indented. Anything indented, by the way, is part of the function, okay? So here I call the function fun. And what that does is it will stop the program here and go up and run this program up here, fun function. And this program says, hey, print hello. And then I continue on with my code, world, okay, which is in the main program. Okay, so once this is done running, it comes back here to where it left off, the point of call. We call this call the function. And then it continues on with your program and any line after that. So let's run this. And you see down here, it is called hello world, okay? And again, if I want to, I could call fun again. That's one thing special about functions. You could call it as many times as you want. And every time you call it, it does the single task that you want it to. So it should say hello world hello, okay? And again, hello world hello, okay? And that's what makes functions great. I could call it again if I want. And here I have hello world, hello, hello. Okay. So this is a simple function. Now, inside parentheses is called parameters. Up here they're called parameters. Down here is called argument. So maybe I want to pass something into this function, like some type of data. So I could go ahead and do that, and I just go ahead and put name, and we're going to print whatever name I pass into it. Okay, and I might go ahead and see if this works. Pass Bob, and notice Bob, I called fun here, and Bob is passed into the name, okay? Now name represents Bob, and I print Bob, and that's what we got here. Hello world is printed from the main program. I just left it there just to show you. Okay, and you could pass more than one value. And you just separate it by a comma, and I could go ahead and say Sue. Okay, so now Bob and Sue, so we may have print name, and we're going to print N. Okay, and let's see if this works. So notice Bob and Sue is printed in world. Okay, so I pass in two names. Bob comes in as name, Sue comes as the letter N, and it prints Bob and Sue. Okay, and again, when I call that function, I must pass in two values. Okay, because it's looking for two values. Okay, we could also return a single data back to our main program. Okay, so let's go back here, and I'll take away that, and I could go ahead and we'll just go ahead and print hello, and let's say I want to return the number 5. Okay, and I could go ahead and do print. That's going to be kind of weird here. Fun. I'm going to print fun, and what that should print is hello, because that's what this action does. And this is going to return 5, and this is going to replace fun where I called it at with the number 5, so it's going to print 5 and then world. So let's see what happens, and notice hello 5 world. Okay, so you can have functions that just perform a single action. You can have functions that takes in values and you can calculate stuff, and you can also return a single value. Here I return 5. We'll use the return statement, what we want to return. Maybe I want to return Bob again. Okay, so again, if I print hello Bob world. Okay, so let's just play around with this for a little bit longer. Let's say I have sum equals x plus y plus z, and I'm passing in x, y, and z. And we might have to declare what sum equals. We'll have sum start off at 0. And let's go ahead and create the function down here, fun. And I'm going to do a print fun. And I'm going to pass 3 values. I'm going to just go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And, oops, I returned Bob here. That's why I returned Bob. Okay, I'm going to return sum. Okay. So here I'm going to go ahead and pass in 3 values, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to add 1, 2, and 3 together here, and put it into sum and return that sum back to the point of call, which I printed out. Okay, so let's see if this works. And the value is 6. Okay, let's see if this works here without that. Yeah, so whether you declare sum up here or not, you don't have to. So, oops, I deleted half my program here. Nope, I actually didn't delete it, I just moved it to the next line. Okay, so that is how function works. You can get creative. Maybe I want to take this divided by 3. So fun 1, 2, 3 is 6 divided by 3. That will give me the average since we're adding 3 numbers. So I'll go ahead and pass these 3 numbers. Again, these could be variables that represent numbers. I can have something like x equals, or stay away from x. Let's go a equals 1, b equals 2, and c equals 3. And I could pass in a, b, c. Okay, and I will get the same results. Okay, so I get 2.0 because this becomes 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2.0. Okay, so this is basically functions and how they work. Again, the best thing about functions is you can call it as many times as you want. So if you have a really long program, you could keep calling this over and over again, pass 3 values in, and it will sum those 3 values. Okay, and I could do it somewhere down at the bottom of my code as well. Pass 3 values in, it'll sum it. So this always performs. This helps reduce repeating code. So you don't have to keep writing this code over and over and over again. You could just put the piece of code in a function and go ahead and run it. Okay. So we have a function here, x, y, z, that takes, these are called, again, parameters. Okay, because these are what comes into the function. These are called arguments. Okay, ABC is considered what we call arguments. Arguments gets passed into what we call parameters. Notice they're different letters. All we're doing is take the value A and we're passing into X. We're taking the value B and we're passing into y, and we're taking the value c, passing into z. And if I change x, y, z, it does not affect ABC. ABC still remains 1, 2, 3 because for numbers they remain the same. Now if you're working with a list, it's a little bit different. If you pass a list in and if you make a change to that list, it would actually affect that list, okay, the original list. So some things you could pass into a function and you're just passing in a copy of it, and any changes to the copy does not affect the original. Others you're actually passing the original in, and any change to that actually changes it, like list. This basically finishes up this unit 4. There might be another video calling functions within another functions. So we'll finish it right here. Have a nice day. Continue programming.